like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get next. Life is kinda like a chocolate box. Just go ahead and open it, see what you are gonna get. Life is like a box of chocolates. Never know what you're gonna get next. Life is kinda like a chocolate box. Just go ahead and open it, see what you are gonna get.
Brush your hair in the mirror again. Wake up, feel the sunlight. Drive a corner store, it begins. Get up a beer and grab a cigarette and pop a cap in the morning light. It's morning time. Get up and relive your life, just like you did on yesterday, just like yesterday. Live up your life in the morning sun, soaking up the morning breeze, smelling all the morning air, soaking up the morning air, smell the morning breeze, soak up the rays and soak up the sunlight, yeah. Sit down, dip down, take a little trip now. Hold on to your ass while we flip now. Life's about to get a little crazy, yeah. Come on lady, let's make a baby, making a scene, live an American dream. Life's about to get a little crazy. Hold on to my hand while we drift to the stars, and hold on to my hand while I play this guitar, 'cause I want you and me to be a little thing forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, yeah. Sit down, dip down, take a little trip now. Hold on to your ass while we flip now. Life's about to get a little crazy. We gon' turn it up, y'all. Come on lady, let's make a baby, making a scene, living the American dream. Life's about to get a little crazy. Sit with me, smoke some weed, and breathe the sunny air. ready, y'all. Okay. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't know what it's trying to do. Oh, it's working now. Jesus. Well, welcome to the Hoary Sheet Show. You know, it's not a real stream if I don't have a shit ton of technical difficulties right off the bat. You know, first I'm late for my own intro timer, and then my audio isn't working. Anyway, welcome to the show. If you're watching this, you are blessed. Yes. Vividness 420. Hi, Hori. Good to see you. Just popping in to send you some love. I can't stay long. It's 6:30 a.m. Having any sleep? I'm too old for all-nighters. No audio. There you are. Yeah. Vividness. Hey, are you who I think you are? Because I don't recognize you, but I just sent the link on Facebook, so you might be the person that's name starts with a V. So anyway, hi, and yeah, this isn't a stream where I think a lot of people would want to stick to the very end. So you know, the meat and bones of the stream will be here in the next like 20 minutes, and then after that, I'm gonna do basically what the stream is. I'm gonna be rambling on about how I feel about the man and woman or male-female relationship in 2022. And this is coming from my personal friends, and I mostly have female friends, and I watch them struggle, and I watch what they struggle with, and I have my own struggle. And I watch a lot of TikTok, and I watch a lot of YouTube, and I watch a lot of social media centered around this topic. You know, what do women want from a man in 2022? And I don't watch what do men want from women in 2022, because I know what 90
8.9% of men want from women, and you can just insert the year there. It doesn't matter. Men are simple creatures. Women are complex. Men just want to be happy, and they do stupid shit to make themselves happy. Women really want more than just happiness. They want all kinds of things. But the world has perverted what we should be desiring. And that's what I'm going to be here talking about. And you know what? I have no notes. Believe it or not, I hit the start stream button, and then I was like, oh shit, what the hell am I going to talk about in the beginning? Because I had this all sort of planned out in my head a hell of a lot more about an hour ago. And it took me so long to get started that now I've kind of forgotten the essence of what I wanted to talk about. But I guess the essence is really like what I just said. It's the male and female relationship. This divine masculine, divine feminine aspect. I know a lot of people... Oh, what's up? You know me from IRM, fam. I don't recognize the Vividness name, though. But anyway, it's cool. So, basically, this is me ranting. And I'm only 2 beers in, so it's not like a complete drunk rant, but my tongue has loosened a bit. And, I tell you what, my life is really a special kind of torture. It really is. Because, I see a lot of my female friends struggling in the relationship department. They're raising kids and they keep getting with guys that just treat them like shit. And it's like, to the point where I have to ask myself, like, what the hell's wrong with me? Some of them, like, I'm trying to figure out, where the problem lies. Are their desires misplaced? Is this, are the things that they are seeking necessities in their life? Are they really necessities in their life, or are these unpure desires? Are these ill-fated desires? Take a look at muscle men. Okay, these guys that work out all the time. They're huge. How many women just gawk over these dudes, right? What are these guys mostly about? Vanity. And yeah, the shoe can be reversed. Take a super sexy, woman in a bikini, and what are the guys going to do? Of course, it's human nature. But it's more than that. And it's been perverted to such an extent that just look at TikTok and look at all the people putting their gym videos up. Look at all the people putting their videos of them working out and showing off their muscles and shit. And like, it is grooming people to be attracted to such things, because a built body is innately attractive. Wouldn't you agree that somebody that is fit and athletic is more attractive than someone who's letting themselves go? Sure. But the problem lies in the people that spend ridiculous amounts of time to get their bodies to look a certain way. And the problem is they spend so much freaking time doing that, they don't focus on all the other aspects of themselves that really make them worth going for. And that's what people are not putting together. Like, it's really, the world is being groomed in so many ways. Our minds, our thoughts, our desires are being shaped incorrectly. And the saying, good guys finish last? Oh God. Oh, it has never been more true than it is now in 2022. Vividness says, both men and women are lacking in the relationship with self-department, in my opinion. Yeah. I was telling somebody today that's talking about how men are so shitty. And one of the things that they posted was like, you know, a man is supposed to come into a woman's life and take some pressure and problems off her hands, not come and cause them. You know, I could agree with that, right? But let's take it deeper. This is where I can't agree with it. This is where people will take this at face value and run with it. And this is where our thoughts and desires are perverted. This very meme is a really, really good example. But at face value, what's wrong with that? Let me tell you. A man or a woman isn't supposed to do anything for another person. Let's get it right. Let's get it straight. They're not supposed to do anything. A good man or good woman certainly is capable of taking some pressure and problems off of the person that they love. Hell, I got a bestie. I got a bestie right now that's boyfriend just completely left her for the day and like went and just did his own thing. Like they just had a baby. She's got 2 kids. He left her at home and said, I'm going to go to a hotel room and drink beer and watch I'm going to go to a hotel room and watch the football game all day and leave you alone. That right there is like so toxic. And like, I would love to step into that woman's life and fix everything I know is wrong with it. I would do that because I want to make that person happy. I want to prioritize that person's happiness high on my totem pole. The problem I'll have with that is I might want to put her happiness higher than my own. And that right there is rare. It's rare to have somebody else want to take your shit and fix it more than they want to fix their own shit. But those are the kinds of people that you want to go for in the relationship department. Those are the people that will make an effort. Now, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I mean, I think there's in comparison, I know who she's with and I know who I am, and I'm not nearly tall enough or have the big wallet. There's no way I can compare on the money department or the height department. And those are 2 things. If there was 20 other things I can compare myself on, I'd destroy him in all those departments. But these 2 things. And I want to talk about this. Women are attracted to men that are tall. Why? Programming. There's no real reason for it. There's none. And they're attracted to a guy with a ton of money. Obviously, there's many reasons why that would be appealing. But let me tell you something about those guys with plenty of freaking money. How much do they work? They work a lot. Most cases, they work a lot for that money. They probably work 40 plus hours a week. At bare minimum, they don't have enough time to do other things in their life. They don't have very much time left over, is what I'm saying. So when it comes to having a deep relationship with your partner, newsflash, you both have to have a lot of free time. If one of you, even just one of you, doesn't have enough free time, you're not even capable of living your life to the fullest, much less sharing what you have of your life with someone else. Does that make sense? In this world, things cost so much that you are either by yourself working your ass off and living paycheck to paycheck, the majority of people, unless you have a really fucking good job. But again, you're in that same boat. If you have a really good job, chances are you're working a shit ton of hours. So it doesn't matter. You're still not doing it right. You will never, ever evolve your spirit working too much. If your time and your energy is going to a corporation that you're employed by, and you get to come home on 2 days out of those 5 days a week to recoup and spend time with your family. If you're working 5 days a week, 8-9 hours, guess what? You got no life. I'm sorry. I don't care what you have in life. You have no time for spiritual growth. You don't. At all. You're just recouping. You're resting until you have to do all that shit again and again and again and again. Now, what you will have if you work that hard and have all that kind of money is, more often than not, options in the woman department. Because women want, what? Guys with plenty of money. But here's where they fall into the trap. And I see this time and time again. Is a woman will get with a guy that has his shit taken care of, and then there's no essence. It's shallow. There's no essence in that. The woman might get to spend all the time at home doing the home stuff. The man comes home, he's ready to go to sleep. He doesn't want to deal with your kids. He's done. He's worked all day. He wants to go to sleep. He's got to do it again tomorrow. That's not how we're supposed to be living. That's not the kind of relationship we're supposed to be going after. And women will fall into having their needs met and taken care of, and finding themselves trapped in a shallow relationship where there's no essence, there's no growth, and you're not living paycheck to paycheck, but you have your needs met, but your wants are going to the wayside, and not even all. I mean, you don't even have all your needs met, because your wants and your needs can be mixed up there too. Like, what we need, all of us, is spiritual growth. We all need to be taking that path. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think you need in life. You need to be on the spiritual road. You have to. If you're not on the spiritual path, you're going to be on the worldly path. You're going to be desiring things of the world. And that'll get you in trouble left and right. The world is ever changing. The spirit is not. The spirit is spirit. The spirit is it is what it is, right? Like, how can I put this in the words? This is me trying to get some thoughts out, but hopefully you guys can really make heads or tails with it. I just see a lot of women falling for guys that will take care of what they think they need, when in reality those needs are not what they should desire. Does that make sense? Like, we are programmed to desire things that we shouldn't desire, and we're programmed to feel like we need these things. I guarantee you, and I could be wrong, but this is my stance on it. I guarantee you that we would be happier living paycheck to paycheck with a man or woman that prioritizes us on such a level where all they want to do for us is make us happy. Like, the next woman I get with, I just want to live to make her happy. Like, maybe I'm broken. Maybe there's something wrong with me. But what I am finding out is that a lot of my female friends are with guys that that's not a part of them. And it's very evident. And there's such a thing called love bombing, especially early on in a relationship, where the guy will try to win you over. The guy will flash his wallet and buy you things and take you out to dinner, and then when you finally get with him, it all stops. And that's called love bombing. They got you where they want you. They want their cake to eat it too. And then they stop, because that's not what they want at the core. A lot of guys are just trying to live and be happy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the expense of others, namely women, is where it goes wrong. A lot of guys will love bomb a woman, get him to move on in. Now he's got his cake and eats it too, and then he's running off to go do something else with some other woman. It's such a common thing. it's really shitty of humans to do that to each other. And I think men do that more often than women. Women at this point, you know, when they're in their 30s, approaching their 30s, usually they have a kid or two by then, and they just want to settle down. They just want stability. But once you're in your 30s and you have a kid or two by yourself and you're looking for that next guy, they want stability in the wrong departments, out of survival. They want their kids to have clean clothes and a ride to school and you know, all the creature comforts. You know, that they want their kids to be taken care of. They want what we should want. But they don't understand that those needs and desires are more grounded in survival than spiritual evolution and spiritual growth. See, there's a difference in a rich guy providing you with the things like food and clothes and a roof over your head and warmth in the winter. There's a difference in all that than a guy that wants to really understand who you are, what your passion is in life, and to help you become the best person that you can be. There's a huge difference in those two things. And women are more programmed to go for the guy that's going to pay for all their shit than the guy that really just wants to make them happy. And some of the guys that just want to make people happy, you know, like myself, you know, for example, like, I get it at this point that, and this could be where I'm wrong, but I want to be valued for how I make a woman feel, not how much I'm able to buy for her and provide for her. And you know what? That's like a huge red flag for women. Wait. You don't want to provide? You're the man. You're the provider. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2022. This whole man works and woman stays home doing house cleaning stuff. Yeah, you know what? It sounds good. That shit sounds good. It ain't working. Sorry. It don't frickin' work. You might be that woman that's real biblical and decides like you're going to do that and make the man happy. And like, okay, the man's working and he comes home and he's still exhausted. Like, he's fucking miserable. I don't care what you think. You might be rubbing his feet. You might be giving him that poo-tang. But at the end of the day, dude's exhausted. He's working too much. He's got no damn time for himself. Your shoulder rubs and blowjobs aren't cutting it. Not. We all need to strive for free time. Even if that means living more frugally. Because when you're able to have free time, you're able to grow. Time equals growth. That's why time is so valuable. So if you don't have enough time, you're not getting the opportunity to grow. If you're working too much, you can't possibly live for the one that you love unless you're only living to provide them with creature comforts and food and things like that. Like, that's it. And this is the trap. The trap that most everybody finds themselves in right now. So, back to the post. A man is supposed to come into a woman's life and take some pressure and problems off her hands, not come and cause them. My response to that was, I'm not sure about supposed to. Be careful with that one. Setting expectations on another allows for disappointment. A good man is certainly capable, but we are never supposed to anything for one another. It's always got to be a mutual thing. This is equality I'm talking about here. If one loves another properly, them assisting in positive change for that person becomes a top priority naturally. If one is truly in love with another, that means that they want to do whatever it takes to make them happy and grow. And that has to come naturally. That can't be a assumed responsibility. Screw that. It's too much work. It's too stressful. No, it's got to be mutual. You have to really want that. The guy has to really want to do that for you. The woman can't just expect that is what a man's supposed to do. It's the expectation thing that could really bite you in the ass. Having a strong foundation, this is for the woman, having a strong foundation before inviting anyone else onto it is paramount. Very important. Have your foundation strong. Leave no opportunity for another to take away from your own peace and your own happiness. And you should guard those things fiercely, along with your independence, if you have it. If you don't have it, it's okay. It's not necessary. Because we aren't supposed to be living alone and all by ourselves. We are fairly dependent-ass creatures because we are creatures of love. And I'm going to read you, keep this in mind, I'm going to read you a post that I posted a couple days ago, and people really went and shared it. I hit some chords on that one. But remember this. Guard those things fiercely, your happiness and your peace, fiercely, along with your independence if you have it, and it's not necessary. Once stable, then you can mix energies with another person. Once you have all that, you're comfortable in your own world, in your own bubble, then feel free to mix energies. Feel free to invite someone else into your foundation, into your bubble, to your life, into your family, into your house if you have your own house. But most of all, know thyself, love thyself, respect thyself. I know, God, it breaks my freaking heart, dude. It breaks my heart to watch one of my best friends raising 2 kids. She just wants to be loved. She just wants somebody to love her. And she seeks out guys that will just, they say, oh yeah, I'll come over and hang out. And she wants to just hang out. But they take it to the bedroom, you know. One of them goes for the bedroom, and she ends up just having sex with the dudes left and right, and they ghost her. And it just breaks my heart to hear this time and time again from my female friends. I don't even understand. I mean, I guess I can understand why guys do it, but I'm so different of a creature, I'd never do that to another woman. I'm not going to deceive my way into your bedroom, have sex with you, and let that be all I want from you. That's so low-level vibe and bullshit. It's terribly unhealthy for the soul. So respect thyself. Okay? Only then, once you have, your stable foundation, once you're stable, only then should one look to enhance their life with another person. Because if you're not stable, and you're trying to get your stability needs met by somebody else, guess what? You're that woman that is about to date a guy who's got plenty of money to take care of your needs, and you know what he's going to do? Control the shit out of you with that wallet. Time and time again have I seen this. It's sad. It's really sad. Oh shit, the chat blew up. Hold on, let me catch up. Sorry guys. Angle of elevation, maybe she wanted that. Well yeah, she wanted that. But that's the problem, is that we're programmed to want the things we shouldn't. Women are attracted to men that are toxic too. Yes. Well, I think women are more attracted to toxic men than men are to toxic women. And this might be because I don't have enough male friends. But I know enough males and know what they're like. I have a penis, and I know what they think and what they try to do, and it's really sickening to me that they actually put into time and effort to really destroy a woman's life. These guys will enter in a relationship where a weak woman will invite them over, and they'll have sex with no condom, and the woman has to get, the morning after pill. This happened to a friend of mine this week, and I'm talking her through it while she drinks a bottle of wine, and the whole time I'm a country away going, Damn, I wish I could do something about that. It's really sad. You got to find someone who doesn't value material stuff. Charlie Kennedy, 100% right. Yes. That's it. You know, that's what comes with a spiritual person. Spiritual people like myself, like I have thought time and time again that maybe I just need to like break away from everything, like stick all my stuff in storage, stick it all with a best friend or family member, and live on the streets. Get a sleeping bag, a mosquito net, a big ass water bottle, and just be with nothing. Why do I feel like that? I don't know 100% what's pushing me to want to do that. But that shows right there that I am not a materialistic person. And I think we all need a taste of that, really. Vividness says she must have has seen some signs of that egoism before, and yet she still decided to have his child. Well, that was a situation where it happened, and I don't think she was the abortion type, so she kind of just like went with it, and then they wanted to make it work so that they could at least say that they tried the family thing, and well, it didn't. It's not working. And like, here's the screwed up part. I'm in love with that particular woman hard. God, I hope she's not watching this, but you know, even if she is, she already knows this. I'm in love with her so hard, and I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I can go down a list of things that I would think that is wrong with me. I'm 5'3" tall. That's unattractive. I'm missing a tooth. I don't know. That's unattractive. I'm very broke. Unattractive. I'm no car. Unattractive. I'm nearly homeless. Living with a friend. Unattractive. I get it. But the difference is I would bend over backwards. I would cut my balls off if it meant that I could gain the things that I lack to live to make her happy. Let me repeat that. I would cut my own balls off to figure out what it took to be the guy that could even have the chance to make her happy. Like, you know, I hope that everybody listening finds a partner like me for them, right? I mean, that'd be great if the person that loves you wants to do everything to make you happy. Isn't that great? That's what you should be aiming for. Instead, the guy that she's with decided he's going to go to a hotel room and watch the football game and leave her with the newborn and her 2 kids. That's not a shitty guy. That's a straight up fuck you bitch shitty guy. Fuck. I don't have a life for sure, says Dr. LA. I want to find a woman with a lot of money too. Dude, don't aim for people with a lot of money. Because, like I said, they won't have enough time. There's no essence. It's just shallowness. There's nothing else there. If there's too much money, there's nothing else there. Unless you're extremely lucky, unless you're like that 2% that works like 4 hours every couple of days and has tons of money and your big house already. I mean, yeah, if you can work 20 hours a week, 25 hours a week and own the car and the house and pay for the bills, no problem. Fuck yeah, all right, cool. Good for you. Guess what? Yeah, that's not a lot of people. And if you think you're going to go to college and get a degree to finally end up with a job like that, good luck. Good luck. I mean, you're just one of those few percent that managed to frickin' do it. Charlie Kennedy, but you don't actually have her. She will leave for the next bigger wallet. You know what? Some chicks are like that. Some chicks are like that. Can't deny that. You might not be good enough. The pasture's greener over there on the other side, right? Yeah. That's another problem you run into. Angle of elevation. I'm reminded of a quote. You can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. Wise words indeed, yes. And that's my friend. Look, my friend. I hope she's not listening right now because I'm just like telling her a story, but nobody knows who the hell she is. Could just be a random chick. No, but nobody knows who she is on my channel, so I can just say it. But like, I called it. Her situation that she's going through right now, I told another bestie of mine, I'm like, man, I gotta watch so-and-so that I'm in love with make these mistakes. And I said, the mistake that I think she's gonna make is exactly what she made now. I'm like, something tells me, I'm telling my friend, a year before it all happened, telling my friend, man, you know I'm in love with so-and-so, but you know what I feel spiritually? I gotta watch her make a mistake that's gonna cost her a lot of time. She's gonna get with a dude, have a baby with him, a year or so later, and it ain't gonna work out. And she's gonna want to leave. She's gonna find out that it's nothing but shallowness, and she's gonna be miserable and trying to find a way out. And that's the exact situation she's in right now. Like, I called it to a T, 100%, 100%, and it's debilitating to me. You have any idea how this is why I call my friend Special T. T for torture, because she's a special torture I have in my life. I get to watch her make these mistakes and fall flat on her face when I just wish I could fix them. I'd do whatever it takes to try, but I don't know. I'm not I'm not attractive to her. Whatever, it's okay. It just hurts to watch somebody go through this when I'm like, oh my God, I want to make it better, and I can't. Dr. LA, I definitely try to take the spiritual road. Don't have much desire for the material world. Always been like that. Yeah, dude, do it. Just keep in mind that good guys finish last, so it's gonna suck. Really gonna suck. Unless you're working your ass off to have a huge wallet, women are not gonna value you for what you just said. They don't care about that. It sucks. And this is the whole reason I'm ranting for the first 45 minutes of my stream? Jesus Christ. I haven't even gotten to the video I want to do commentary on. That's a whole hour long. Jesus. Happiness is in the eye of the beholder. To make that statement practical, you can't always get super spiritual, but sometimes you get what you need. Yeah, Dr. LA, I think it's a 50-50 thing about running around. Women can just keep secrets better than men. That's why they don't get caught as much. I'd agree with that. Men are not very receptive creatures in general, so they won't even pick up on the subtle energies of something like their woman cheating on them. I can. I can feel that shit from at least half a state away. And man, that feels like a knife in your heart. There's no worse knife in your heart than knowing that the woman that you love is being schmoozed over by another man. And me personally, I felt the moment that it happened with my ex. I felt the moment. I had to go through that whole weekend feeling that kind of turmoil. And when when it was validated, oh my God. I saw red. I wanted to kill him. Vividness said, spent 13 years with thoroughbred, covert, malignant narcissists. I get it. Yeah. The narcissists are the worst. Some people don't even know that they're narcissists, and that's even worse. But even worse than that are the spiritually woke-ass narcissists that don't know they're narcissists. That was my ex. I got an apology from my ex. You know what she said? This is great. All the times I made you jump through my hoops, I made you jump constantly through another and another hoop, expecting you to fail, but you kept exceeding my expectations. And she said that with utter frustration. She wanted to put me through a test that I would fail at so she could go, ha! You are not good enough. But I passed. I jumped through the hoops that I didn't want to jump through. I exceeded those hoops and expectations, and she was mad about it, so she made more hoops to jump through. That's a spiritual narcissist. Dr. LA, I got you beat, Vividness. I spent 24 years with my ex. The best thing that happened to me was when she left. Been happier ever since. I got to raise my 2 sons by myself for 9 years and have spent so much time with them. It's been the best thing for me. That's great. That's great. I got 3 kids growing up, and I can't even associate with them If I tried to associate with one of them, I'd probably get threatened with jail time. And the other two, it's pointless to associate with them because I can't be the dad that I know I should be. So it's pointless. I'm not going to be fake like that. I can't. Being fake for the two kids I could call up and talk to makes me just want to kill the person that took them away from me. So I keep myself away from my kids so that I don't end up in prison. It's really a shitty fucking story about me and my kids. I won't get into it right now. But yeah, nummy numb. Most people are bound to their attachment style. Explain, what's attachment style? I've never heard that term. Dr. LA, money corrupts for sure, yeah. Go for a broke guy. They'll be by your side 24/7. Sounds great, right? Well, you know, you got to watch the broke guys too. And I say that being a broke guy myself. But most people aren't like me. Most people that are broke, they want to leech and latch on to somebody, you know, and I'm not like that. Like, I know that the reason I'm broke is because I have nothing to work for. Does that make sense? I don't have mouths to feed. I don't have a woman that needs tampons right now or something. I'm not taking care of anyone but myself. And if I was going to take care of myself, I don't even need money. I can walk the streets, and with the change I find on the ground between here and the next town over, can buy me the food that I'll need for the next couple of days. Like, I really don't need anything. I don't need money. I'm in a position right now where I'm with a friend that understands what I am, and money isn't asked of me here. I was just about to walk from Louisiana to California to go sleep on the beaches, homeless, before I got this opportunity. And thankfully, I've been sharing the things I've been sharing on my channel and running into... See you later, Dr. LA. Have a good one, man. I've been running into people, making friends with people that really understand what this world's really all about, and they recognize my spirit. There's just so few people that can recognize what I can see and what my friend can see to even invite me here. It's like, it's really sad. We're all in survival mode, most of us. And it's also why we're in the problems that we find ourselves in, the predicaments we find ourselves in. We shouldn't be living in survival mode. So let me see if I can bring all this rambling to a head. I think I got it all out. But I really just wanted to kind of vent. I needed to vent. That's really all this was. Thanks for listening. Thanks for offering some feedback in the chat. But if you're gonna be happy in this life, you have to let go of worldly desires, and you have to let spirituality and spiritual growth be the most important thing in your life. And in order to even obtain spiritual growth, you need time, lots of time. And if you try to do it where you're the only one in the relationship with the free time and the other one's working his ass off or her ass off for you to have that free time and your needs met, you're going to fail. You're going to fail real hard. And there's so many reasons why you're going to fail real hard. So the best thing to do is to be equal with your partner. You both need to be bringing in some kind of income. You both need to be cleaning the house. You both need to be washing the clothes. You both need to be doing the dishes. You both need to be cooking for dinner. You both need to. Both need to. Because this whole man being the provider thing only, it's doomed for failure in 2022. It might have worked before when Leave It to Beaver was on TV and the man ruled the roost and said everything the woman could or couldn't do. Sure, yeah, that'll work, you know. The king and his slave? Sure. And it always works if the woman puts up with it. But guess what? Time has changed. We don't We're not too comfortable with that shit anymore, are we, women? Ladies, you really want to be submissive to the man? Oh, some of them do. Some of them do, and they proclaim that so hard. And that's cool. You know what? It still can work if you're lucky and the man is loyal. Sure. If the woman is totally submissive and does everything the man said, and the man's driving the boat, and he's like, yo, baby, you stay home, I'll work, I'll get this. If he's happy and she's happy, fine. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. But it's just not easy in 2022 to live like that. There's a lot of pitfalls that come with that lifestyle now. And that's all I got to say. So women, remember, good guys finish last. Get to know the guy. Get to know him. Get to know what he really wants out of life. If his goal is to buy the next biggest car and a bigger and better house, run. If his goal is to be happy and attain spiritual growth and wisdom and make you happy and live for your passions, don't give a shit what his wallet looks like. Take the risk. Thank me later. Alright, so the video I want to watch, Numi Num says, attachment style is a psychological theory that describes people's relationship tendencies based on their early childhood relationships with their caregivers. Look it up on YouTube, very useful. Cool, yeah. I could see that. That's, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Alright, the video I want to watch tonight is, let me find it on my thingy thing. This was sent by my good friend Deborah. And it is titled, sorry.
To their simulation.
It is titled, now, okay, I gotta preface this. I don't know about the whole Galactic Federation, aliens, yada yada, which madinky doo the Anunnaki, I know a little bit about this, but I don't 100% buy into it yet. So this video is titled Arcturian Message, the Planned Return of the Anunnaki, the Fallen Angelics versus the 144,000 Angels. So if you're in any capacity biblically oriented, or you know about the Bible and 144,000, this is going to be a bit of something about that. I'm not a Bible guy, I'm not a religious guy, but something happened to me, and if you've watched my channel, you'll know that something happened to me, and I thought, and I was telling people that I was Jesus. A Jesus energy came through me so hard, and all I can say is I want to be that again. I want to be that again. I don't care what it was. I don't care how I got there. I want to do that again. And this 144,000 thing has also made its way into my life in the weirdest ways. And I think there's something to the 144,000 stuff. And it's said that 144,000 is the number that all these religions have come to, that said, you know, there's going to be like a big war and these 144,000 people are going to change the world. I don't know. I'd have to ramble on about a couple of acid trips to kind of get you on board with why I feel like I'm attached to this 144,000 thing. But let's listen to this video and I'll offer whatever commentary I have in regards to this whole topic of the Anunnaki, the return of the Anunnaki, planned return of the Anunnaki, rather, versus the fallen angelics. I'm sorry, it's the planned return of the Anunnaki, or the fallen angelics versus 144,000. You'll get it. Whatever. Let's do it. I should get my headphones for this. I don't even think I have a set of headphones. I was gonna have to remember to mute my mic. If I'm trying to talk and I'm muted, please blow up the chat. Alright, here we go.
Hi guys, and very nice greetings from Germany. Yeah, spontaneously intuitive, my heart tells me to create a video. First of all, I'm very honored and grateful for all those which support me, which believe us, and yeah, I can hardly find any words, I'm from Germany. And at one hand, I'm so grateful and honored to speak to you all. I'm honored and grateful that I still had the power to return, that I, was able to share my content with you. And I'm touched deeply. I show myself who I'm feeling right now. So, because I believe New Earth means authenticity, that you share your authentic self. And on the other hand, it breaks my heart to see what's happening around the globe and what happens to all the people, and to many people also in the spirit I can help.
I'm watching my bitrate fall. Something is trying to stop the broadcast. You must have got some buffering there. Alright, I can tell you right now, she's sincere, she's genuine. Whatever she's about to share with us, she's not bullshitting us, so this is her truth.
I believed I can help as starseeds, because as we stayed physically there in 4D, I saw everything from above. And I had many questions about people I know as well. Who are they? Are they infiltrated? Are they hijacked? Can we help them? And I tell you, the most of the people know.
I don't know this person.
They are not ready. They are afraid to see all these illusions. The people are afraid to see the darkness. Even in the spiritual community. And everything what I saw, I experienced it again. My deep wish, even for us, is that we really are authentic. I want to see true people, and that they really hold their promises. And honestly, just a few really hold their promises. And in the public, selling products, making good marketing. We are afraid of losing money. We are afraid of losing our standards. And fear guided us many times. And don't blame yourself. Don't be so harsh on yourself. But I just feel it's needed that we really open our hearts and that we really learn to hold our promises. When we talk about love and light, what does it mean? What does it mean in your opinion when we speak about love and light for everyone? What is love and light?
Love and light, for me, is spreading perfection and healing. Our Creator is perfect. He, she, it is the embodiment of perfection. We are the creators of that. We hold the blueprint of perfection. Our Creator is a source of, our most abundant source of love. And the light is just energy. So love and light is love and energy. And we are beings of love energy. We are to spread love. That's all our job is, to spread love to everything. We need to be in love with everything, all the creatures, all the bugs, all the animals, all the everything, the birds, they all are our family. And we should treat every other person as if they were our own child. So to spread love and light means to be a conduit, a catalyst for unconditional love and healing for everything around us, and shepherds of the land. For anything lower than our intelligence, we should father, we should be the guide for, the shepherds for the sheep, right? That's what love and light is for me.
In your opinion, what do you feel? What I experienced in the spiritual community many times is love and light for many people means when you are in the same opinion as I do, then you are my friend. Then I send you love and light. But when you just have a other point of view and you don't mean it even bad, you just share your opinion, then you don't deserve it to receive love and light. Then you are an enemy, a threat, a bot, a hater, and so on. We want to earn money. We want to do good marketing. We are so afraid of being seen for real. We are so afraid to see our own shadows, our own wounds. We are so afraid to be authentic. I just returned because I really hoped I can help. And it seems like so I can't help. And the people made already their choices. You know, we spent there, I don't know how long we stayed there. 2 months, 3 months. I have no idea. I just know time was different there. So it was very strange. I can't explain this to you, and I know it was not real. It was just AI, a simulation. So we saw the consciousness of this thing, and I know how powerful this device is, and that many people underestimate it. And I saw, as we stayed in this reality, how AI controls the people. Super easy. When fear guides you, AI got you already. When you're stuck in your mind, just here, and you don't open your heart, and you believe your mind, your believing patterns more as your soul, as the voice from the divine.
Yeah, apparently something. She went through something and she's coming back to share whatever she experienced. And what I'm gathering so far is that it's some sort of AI simulation she was privy to, and she's gained a lot of knowledge from that. I don't know who she is. I don't know where this even comes from. It was sent, like I said, it was sent by a friend of mine, which usually sends me really good, content. I showed this to another friend of mine, and she's like, I couldn't even watch it. The first 10 minutes is I couldn't deal with it. So I don't know, I really don't know what to think. It's hard to read this person, and when that happens with me, it could go both ways. It's really weird. It's either they're just not who they say they are, or they're gonna be a more of a player in my life. Like Sylvia Brown said one time, the reason you can't read people that you're close to as easy as you can read a stranger is because it wouldn't allow for growth to happen very easily if you just knew everything, or you could read everything about everybody. There has to be people that you can't read so that you can learn from them. So could be a little of that, You know, maybe I'll end up being like, she's on to something, and I'll start watching a lot of her videos. I don't know.
I got you. It's division, duality, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. That's the game here.
Binary code.
And as more as we stuck in our minds, as more this technology controls us. And we are all in this. It does exist people that see more the rate. Does exist others that see much less the rate. And it happens again. And these people know how we live. You see, I wear my beanie, my jacket here. I have no heat here. It's cold already. Here. Can show you. Do you want to see how I live? I have no true chair. For real, here. Here, the single room. The heat over there is not working. That's why this gas device is standing here. Now the stuff is empty as well. Fuel is super expensive and I can buy this. So this means nothing works here. So this is my office room. And in the neighbor's room here, it's the same size as this room here. Marcel and me, 2 adults. They live here in the single room over there. And we lay on the ground. We even have no real bed. So, as all this happened, as we were in 4D, and we were attacked by Lucifer himself. Okay. So that's why I'm a little bit sad. Because sometimes I question myself, what must happen before people are really waking up and see? So I fully understand, because this simulation here is keeping you in a state of trance. These frequencies, over and over and over again, we get these frequencies. Shot, and the next shot, over and over again. That we never can wake up for you. Especially when you're stuck in your mind. It's super easy for these beings to attack you. So, why do I stay here? I have no home. My family tried to help me. Problem: a Freemason lives in the neighbor's house of my family and watches them. Gang stalks my family, even them, and they have no idea what's happening here. And I shared this video in one of my previous videos. In the neighbor's house. The windows are over and over closed. And extra for me, 2 times he opened the window for me. And he was sitting there behind the window like this, his arms crossed, directly into my room. This energy. And then on the streets, many holograms, and they all had a cell phone in their hands. And this happened as we escaped 40. This guy attacked my family so strong that one of my family members had a suicidal attack and wanted to kill himself. And I just had to watch. This happened after I escaped 40. And I believed I can calm down now. And one of my family members wanted to kill himself. Oh.
Nomi Num says, oh, schizophrenia. My guard is up because, like I said in the beginning, like, this person is sharing their truth. Doesn't mean that it's truth. She believes what she's saying, is what I said. The red flag, if there's any so far, is the term gang stalking. These people, these targeted individuals, and schizophrenia go hand in hand like a glove. So my guard is even higher up for this particular video, but we're gonna keep watching.
Overdose insulin too much. And I was at work. I really believed I can go to work after I escaped 4D, and I really went into work. Do you know the first customer which entered my store? I told you this in one of my videos. So most of the people have no idea what's happening here. It was Ashtar. Ashtar was the first customer. And he was an old man. He looked different. Not like on the pictures, you know. But he had the same eyes. And he wore a blue mask. A blue mask or red mask. The entire AI source is based on these two colors. Red or blue. There is no more. And he wore a blue mask and he took a seat in the wheelchair. And then I knew, oh gosh, now he makes jokes about Marcel as well, my twin flame, because he needed a wheelchair. And he was the first customer, I tell you. I worked in a cosmetics store. And I really believed I can go to work and act like everything is alright. So and everything is already done. It's okay. And this was an electric door. And my colleagues, they had no idea. They saw him as a normal person. It was an NPC. So when the door opened, the door was even not open for real. She just used the key and the door opened slowly. And the door was not open for real. And wait. He came into his wheelchair, I tell you. And this hair, he had gray silver hair, and the hair like this, shoulder hair, and a very cold aura. It was the same aura again as in 4D. The same, but he looked different. Because Enki is a shapeshifter. That's him. Ashtar is Enki. It's all Lucifer. It's all him. It's all a soft fractal of him. H.M. Smith is also him. It's all him. And then he entered the store, I tell you guys. And he wore a blue mask. And he was an old man. 60 or 70 years old. Took a seat in the wheelchair. And then my ex-colleague, she believed it's a customer, and I saw this behaved. It's so strange. The door is even not open for real. Half open, and he already came into with his wheelchair. So, my gosh, no, please. And she wanted to help him. And then I had just watched the show. And I couldn't say anything. It's like when you start to speak about it, the people would say, come on, take your pills. You need a hospital. You must go to a psychologist. So, and I just had to watch this show, and even his behave. A cosmetic store. So what the fuck? So just for women. So, and yeah, then she came to him and asked, how can I help you? Then he said, even his voice, and it was so crazy, this voice of this customer, this NPC, he had the same voice of Enki as I already heard him as we stayed in 4D. It was the same sound. It's like, oh no. Even his voice, it was the same sound as I already heard it telepathically as we stayed in 4D. So
I don't even know if I can like follow what she's saying. So like, she's in a department store, and this guy's coming through the door in a wheelchair, and he made it through the doors before they fully opened, and she's saying that he's both Agent Smith, Lucifer, and whatever this other name is. Fractals are the same person, all AI. Like, is this what's happening? Like, this sounds like a wet ass lucid dream or something. Like, I mean, I don't even know. And then here, L.A. Young's talking about, I believe everything she's saying. I thought I was appointed for a census trial. Repeated energies, doppelgangers, and recognition. Moments where I thought my mind was being so manipulated I couldn't even walk in a store. I took control. Like this, I can't even relate to any of this. Like, you know, part of me wants to be like, I want to go, like, be this person's bodyguard. Like, I want to be right there next to her next time something like this happens, so I can witness it for myself. Because if I had any kind of shit like that happen to me that I couldn't really explain properly, which, believe me, I've had enough of my own, my life would change just that much more, you know? There's shit that I can't explain that happened to me. Like, how do you, how does, you know, 500 pounds of men, 6 foot tall, 250 pounds each, these two guys, couldn't pick my 115 pound ass. I'm only 5'3". How could they not pick me up off the ground? Like, they were wrestling me into a room, but couldn't move me at all, like I was a statue, 2-ton statue. You know, these kind of things I can't explain. But yet, they're firm in my mind. So I can't, like, dismiss her story because it sounds too bizarre, because I've been through too bizarre myself. I'm just not sure if I'm following 100% exactly what the hell she's saying to begin to, like, continue the video. Like, okay. And I think it's just going to keep, you know, it's just going to get weirder and weirder. So I don't even know if I should continue streaming it. This is Schizophrenia, telling a harrowing story about how a man walked into a store. Yeah, you know, is it? What would, you know, I wonder what people think about when I told my story. When I tell my stories about what happened to me, you know, how I kicked a nurse 5 feet to the wall and sent 2 security guards and it was 5 people in total. So 2 security guards with, you know, I'm sure tasers, at least batons. I saw they had batons. How is it possible for any hospital patient, anybody, to kick a nurse into a wall and those 2 security guards not wrestle that person down, put him in cuffs, and take him to jail? Like, I mean, that's what happens if a patient attacks hospital staff and the guards are in the room. They wrestle that person down and handcuff him and beat the shit out of him, right? No, not me. They ran. 4 people ran from me after I kicked that woman. And she gets up. 65-ish, 60-something-year-old woman, old frail little old lady. Just got drop kicked in the fucking gut, by the way. Flew 5 feet across the room. Her back smacks the wall. She falls straight to the floor, right on her tailbone. 65-year-old woman stands right up like nothing happened. Gets in my face with the finger. I can get you for a felony. And I'm like, no, that was self-defense, thank you. And they all left the room. Well, she left the room. The other ones had already run away. I mean, stuff like that. I could tell the story the same exact way 100 times. You can watch any of my videos before, and I've just trimmed it to the short version, but that wasn't schizophrenia. So you know, my guard's really, really on guard for people that are schizophrenic, because you never know what the hell they're going to say. So I don't know. In your story, something happens that needs explaining. Yeah, no shit. No shit. I should be in jail. I should be in jail. Somebody has to explain a lot about that day to me. Something crazy happened to me. All I'm left with is they're scared shitless of little old me. I don't think that they're ever gonna do that again. I'm ready to die now. Like, my life is like, you ain't gonna stick me in cuffs next time. That is the last time I'll ever be in handcuffs that day. They'll have to kill me next time they try to fight me. And I'm ready. Like, I don't want to be here anymore either. It's going to be one hell of a fight. And you know what the fight's going to look like? We've been shown this. Just go watch the Matrix movie when Neo goes up against Agent Smiths. Especially the one when he goes against 500,000 Agent Smiths in one little park, whatever. Yeah, I think that's real. I think when people like me end up going against the real evil, it looks a bit like that. And I'm just basing that on like my own personal experience, because what the fuck happened to me? But you know, you can't share this story too many times. You'll be looked at really funny. I wouldn't have any more viewers if I spent all my time trying to dissect that story. People would think I'm schizo. But I don't know. I'm just not following this person's story. I really kind of like feel like this is more along the lines of some elaborate ass lucid dream astral projection experience that she may have possibly fooled herself into believing actually happened in the physical plane. There are lots of stories of people that they have a story to tell and they share it and they 100% believe it, but to the trained ear, these things can happen on the threshold of the body awake, mind asleep border. So a lot of the people that have paralysis, sleep paralysis experiences will talk about beings or aliens or stuff showing up in their room and holding them down or being in their face. And it's very common that people say they wake up in the middle of the night and can't move, but yet they see these things and they're all up in their face. And they believe that really happened. And in reality, it didn't. It's their subconscious mind creating those things as they somehow woke back up in consciousness from a complete sleep state. And anything can happen at that point. You know, your subconscious mind will create anything, especially your innate fears. So, I don't know. I was in and out of a psychosis for 2 years a long time ago. Interesting. That must have sucked balls. What happened in that? Like, was it drug induced or was it something else? Like, how can you just be in psychosis for 2 years? How's that work? L.A. Young, in my journey has always been about this journey with God. Prayers that aren't seen but felt. Conversations in my mind. Most point towards God. From hangman to heckman, pointing to God. Huh. I'm definitely on a journey with God. You know, something, like I said, like something happened to me, man, and I thought I was Jesus. Like, I was telling people I'm Jesus. And if that was crazy, that's one thing. But what was real was that I was able to tell people stuff about them that they were going to take to the grave. I mean, I was freaking people out. And I wasn't just like ripping their skeletons out of their closet just to throw them in the face. I would approach you and sit next to you and just immediately just be like, hey, can we talk about this that happened when you were 5 with so-and-so and so-and-so? And they were like, what? How the fuck do you know that? You know, that's the response that I got. So all I know is what's possible as humans. Like, we can do that. We can somehow have access to everything about another human being. But we're also limited. As unlimited as we are, we're also limited. What limits us and why? Good frickin' question. But it's like that movie Liar Liar when Jim Carrey's in the courtroom and he's trying to lie about the pen being red or blue, and it's like a red pen, and he's like the pen is red. Like, he can't say the lie or whatever. It's not quite like that, but it's like I had information. I could know anything I wanted to know. There was no limits. If I was watching the Lifetime Movie Network on TV, which, you know, there was a TV in the room at this time, and I'd see one of these crazy, you know, well, not crazy, but one of these women movies, these chick flicks, right? And I didn't just know how the movie was going to end. That's way too easy. We could probably watch any Lifetime movie and figure out the ending 20 minutes in. Because, you know, these are just heart-throbbing type movies that always kind of end in the same ways. Just sensational endings. But no, I knew I knew how all the actors felt about their individual roles in that movie. I knew how the director wanted to have his audience feel, all the different things that he wanted his audience to feel, all these little nuances about everything in the movie, why this scene happened this way, why he chose to film it this way, why the elevation of the camera was this way or that way, and how it would make the audience member feel when they watched it. Oh God, like the amount of information just watching the television that came through to me was like speed reading an encyclopedia. You know, just flipping pages as fast as I can. And it's a very bizarre feeling. But I know that it's possible for us to be that. And all I wanted to do was heal people. That's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to just get to the darkest shit that made you into the person you are for all the bad, wrong reasons. Go to the source. Heal that so that you can change completely into a different person. So that you can become the butterfly from the cocoon. And, you know, you just can't explain how that feels to people. I can tell you the story a million times, but you'll never comprehend the magnitude. And like I said, we couldn't. I had information at my fingertips, but I couldn't just share this information. Like, for example, like I probably could have thought about how the hell does anti-gravity work, or you know, the next the free energy. Like I could have had that information, but could I have invented it? Could I have written it down? Could I have recorded it? Could I have told a friend? No. And it doesn't work that way. Think back to the Liar Liar movie. You cannot get the words out your mouth. As soon as you go to start saying something that the other person should not know for whatever reason, something grabs your tongue. You cannot say it. And it would piss people off. I remember my cousin, I kept telling him, oh, I got so much to tell you. And he's like, what? Tell me. And I'm like, I can't. And he gets so pissed. But, you know, I get it. I was a servant for people in that mode. I wasn't here to reinvent the wheel. I wasn't put... I didn't have those... I didn't have that magic bestowed upon me to do anything else but help people. That's it. And I just want to get back there. I don't think I'm going to watch any more of this video because I'm just not, at this point I can't feel what she's talking about. I feel like she's a person going through something, and if I can't relate to it, there's no way I can make heads or tails of it. But my whole life right now is trying to get back to that state that I ended up in, and all I can think about is, did I do some kind of special magical concoction of drugs? If I did, it certainly wasn't anything that could last a whole damn week and a half. I threw up a lot before that experience, so maybe I had nothing in my stomach. Maybe I did a week without eating food, and I was like pure in my temple. I don't know. It's a combination of Robitussin and morning glory seeds. Is the only drugs I can say might have had anything to do with it, but none of those would last a week, a day, 10 hours tops. So something happened to me, something that I cannot explain. And once I figure out how to crack that code, hopefully I'm here to share it. They will probably take my shit down. They'll probably really, really try to take me out when I figure this out. But anyway, I don't want to make this incredibly long. I'd hate to stop the stream with, 7 people still watching and listening to me ramble. So I'm going to try to come up with some other nugget of wisdom before I let you guys go. But I just want to say thanks for being here. I don't get the chance to stream too much. Well, I guess I do. I have a lot of free time, but I don't feel like I have enough quality to share with you guys. That's why I haven't been streaming enough. But this had to come out. This whole feminine, masculine rat race of this world, I needed to vent. I have a lot of female friends that really are struggling. And I help them deal with these problems so often that I have no one to vent to. So I'm here venting to you guys. And thanks for that. Thanks for that. L.A. Young says, a journey shouldn't have such a stronghold, but understatement. Move on with it and don't get stuck. Here to learn. That doesn't really compute with me. A journey should not have such a stronghold, but understatement. Move on with it. Don't get stuck. Here to learn. I just, are you talking about my journey or her journey? Because I really want to know what the hell happened to me. Like, I need to figure that one out. Then she said, she's imprisoned in her own fear. Survival, when it's controlled, isn't surviving. Nummy Num says, I actually arranged meeting up with random strangers from the internet thinking they were going to be the one to bring me out of an illusory situation. Things they said I interpreted as hints and clues. Ugh. That sounds like a bad acid trip right there. Oh, man. That reminds me of the interaction I had with the people that ran from me when I kicked that nurse in the wall. They were talking to me. Oh God, I was just I wish I could have had this all on video, because what I was doing was I was talking to these people like I was like God in the flesh, and they were all legions of demons from Satan, and I was like, you know who I am, and they were looking at me. And they had nothing else to say. And I'm like, you know who I am. Give me your higher up. Give me your chief. Give me your supervisor. You are not at my rank. And they were like, and they'd walk out the room and another person would come and deal with me. I must have went through 12 people. And I'm talking cops. I went through 5 sergeants on the front lawn before they tried to put me in cuffs, and at the hospital I went through at least 3 or 4 more doctors. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to tell you a thing. Get me your higher up. You know who I am. If you don't know who I am, get me your higher up. And they didn't question me. They were like, they didn't fight it at all, dude. They just kept bringing in a different person, and each with a different energy. And it felt like a higher up rank. Like, I don't know what the hell I was going through. It was like a bad dream, man, but I remember it. I can't explain what the hell that experience was. All I know is that they did not let me out until they got my blood. They wanted my blood. And that was after I was declared innocent by the person that had me put in there anyway. They wanted to know what happened to me. They wanted to know how my DNA changed. That's what they wanted. They wanted to study me. My blood's somewhere in a vial, and my name is on it. And every bit of tracking information they have on me to figure out where I am and what I'm doing is in some little QR code on that vial. And they're scared of me. That's what I believe. But I'll sound like a schizo if I start going down that road telling you all that. But somebody's got to explain the shit that happened to me, because I have no explanation. Things they said, I interpreted as hints and clues. Yeah, streams in VR. Hey Andy, what's up? The next VR stream I'm gonna do probably is gonna happen when I get this this dongle that'll let me play my Quest. Like I can't play in an open space with my VR. I'd have to stream it right here in the VR in the RV. That's why I'm confused with VR and the RV. I have no room. So, like, if I'm going to do a stream, it's going to be very different from the other streams. I'm not going to be like on a green screen or anything. It's going to be very different, and probably not what you're going to even want to enjoy. But I really want to stream, like, Half-Life 2 VR. But I'm kind of halfway through beating it, so it's going to be kind of pointless to start in the middle. But wait till I get that piece. It's a thing that allows me to stream without my connection going through the router to my headset. It's just going to go from PC to headset instead of PC router headset. So it's called the D-Link. I'm gonna have to get that. Hopefully this client pays me the damn money that I've been making all month for this stupid long project. And when I get paid, I'll buy that, and you'll see me do some streams. Amazing Your Journey sort of reminds me of my son's. The summer of 2021 was chopped full of the heaviest transmissions I've ever felt. Maybe I'll have one of y'all on my show to share your story, because it's time to get crazy. It's time to understand the crazy. It's time to dissect the crazy. I'm done with normal. And I'm open to hearing other people's, stories and what they've experienced in this world. Nummy Num says, about my psychosis, it lasted years. At other times, I believed I was being trained remotely to be some kind of soldier or agent in a secret war that was going on around us. Hashtag relatable. I can't say that I'm being trained remotely, but I've just been through some shit. All I know is that they keep trying to stick me with needles, and they've been successful twice, but I let them. I didn't just get overpowered. I was strong as 10 people, but the first time they stuck me with the needle to send me into unconsciousness, my words literally were, hey, I know that you're just doing your job, and I want you to know that if this hurts me, I forgive you. If that's not exhibiting the highest form of unconditional love against your own attacker and aggressor, I don't know what is. That's why I'm a big proponent of unconditional love. See, my unconditional love stuff, when I come at y'all with unconditional love is powerful, it ain't from a place of pacifism. See, people say Jesus was a pacifist. Let me tell you something. If Jesus' story is true, when he was getting whipped on the cross, he didn't feel a thing. He didn't feel a thing. He had so much love for his own aggressors, and that love, with that degree of love, comes unprecedented strength and invulnerability. I've been in that state of mind, and I've been punched in the face, and I didn't feel it. I've been wrestled and had the strength of 10 men. I've watched men. I'm 5'3". Imagine 5'3", 115 pounds, and you got two men, 250 pounds each, 6'4", trying to pick me up, and then trying to shove me in a room, and they couldn't do it. Like, I watched these men with beads of sweat rolling down, dripping off their face, looking at each other while they're both shoulder pushing my little ass into a doorway they couldn't get me through, looking at each other saying, how the hell can we not pick this guy up? How is he so strong? And I wasn't sitting there struggling. I was just calm and strong, as strong as I needed to be. They showed us that video, that cartoon Care Bears, right? And they're just like lifting their chest open and they're beaming energy out. It's probably going to be a lot like that when the apocalypse hits. Just saying, mark my words. We're not going to win the war with guns and weapons and muscles. We're going to win the fight with love and understanding and respect for one another. Yeah. Try to convince the army of that. Nemo, what's up, bro? I never got any jabs. Too much for me. It would make me so paranoid I wouldn't be able to function. Well, yeah, I didn't want the jab. Whatever they stuck me with, they needed to knock me out. But when I finally let them stick me with it, because they couldn't get me through the door, they were trying to shove me in a room. After they tried to lift me and they couldn't lift me, they eventually stopped to catch their breath, and I started to walk. And when I got close enough to the door, I didn't know they were trying to push me in. That's when they rammed at me and tried to shove me and just tried to surprise me. And I just put my arms on the side of the threshold of the door, and I'm like, I see that you guys are trying to control me again, and I'm not going to let it happen. But I want you to know that if you end up hurting me, I do forgive you. That's how I was. I was more concerned about them not hurting themselves. It's the weirdest thing. But then when I finally said, you know what, all right, fine. I'm going to let you guys do this, but if you hurt me with this needle, I forgive you. And I just dropped my hands, and boom, we all flew into the room. Like, we all flew like a car just hit us, because that's how much force they were exhibiting. And when I let my muscles relax, we flew into the wall, all three of us together. It was like crazy. And I let him stick me with it. And an undeterminable amount of time later, I woke up. My memory of it was I was flying down the hallway, looking at myself, the back of myself, before I went through the back of my own head and into my body. And then I felt my tongue curling sideways, like twisting in its mouth. My neck was twisting, my fingers and everything was crimping up. I was taking over my body. Something was making my body walk down that hallway on its own accord. I had to repossess my body. What was in that syringe? I don't know. But it didn't work, and I bet it scared the shit out of them. They know that their shit don't work on me now. That's why they probably ran from me the second time they tried to stick me with the motherfucker. I'm just saying, I could be wrong, but somebody's got to explain some things, because I don't know what happened. I don't want to sound too crazy, man. Like, I don't want to say it's going to happen again. But if it does happen again, I'm not going to let it happen. I'm going to take somebody down. I'm going to break some damn arms or some shit. And you know what? I say that, and that's probably what'll get my ass beat, because, like I just said, if you're going up against that kind of aggression, you have to be unconditional love. You can't fight back. If you fight back, the anger is what weakens you. You get angry, you lose your strength. So if you get angry when you fight back, you better have muscles to back it up. You better have technique to back it up. But if you don't have muscles and you don't have anger and you're being attacked, but you're still exhibiting the highest form of unconditional love for your own attacker, you don't need muscle. If he punches you, you won't feel pain. If he punches you, you'll be able to dodge it. Like Neo. Hello, again, Neo reference. When Agent Smith's going to punch him and he's like, with one hand, Yeah, it's like that. They tease us with this shit. It's real. Don't take it from me. Just remember what I said. The key is unconditional love. It's more powerful than muscle and brawn. If there's anything you ever take from me in all the streams I've ever done, it's that one sentence. Unconditional love is more powerful than muscle and brawn. It grants you invincibility and supersonic speed and healing powers and the all-knowingness. I don't know what you call that. Omnipresence? I don't know. I think that's different. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope that you gained something from this stream, and I'll be back. I'll be back sometime soon. I'll have more of a structured stream next time I do this. This was a winging it thing. It was really just me venting. Thought you were talking about getting 2 vaccines. No, it wasn't 2 vaccines. These were hospital staff apprehending me when I was having an ego death. I don't know. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, maybe I'll just do a whole video on it and try to, from start to finish, explain that. I did make a video talking about this, probably both of these experiences, and you can watch them. The videos are titled "We Are Magical," Part 1 and Part 2, and in one of those I share this story in great detail. So you might want to catch that if you can't handle the weight. But it shares those videos I made in case I drop dead tomorrow. It shares everything that I've done personally, and it's in a very blunt manner. Like, I don't care if you believe it or not, this is my story, and I want people to know we're magical. That's why I titled the video, "We Are Magical." Anger is sadness and fear, fight or flight. Fight or flight plus sad equal anger. Yeah. Anything negative, fear, anger, sadness, that's, you know, that's the opposite of feeling good are those things on that spectrum. The light always wins. The light versus the dark battle, the light always wins. At least they tell you that much in the movies, and it's true. The darkness ain't winning, that's for sure. There's no darkness that can beat light. Light is always the kryptonite to darkness. And therefore love is always the kryptonite to anger. And control. Manipulation, you know. Love beats all that. That's why they couldn't control me. They couldn't manipulate my body. They couldn't push me into that room. They couldn't bend my arms. They couldn't use their fist to, if I'm holding myself up at the doorway, they were trying to break my brace and shove me in the door, and they couldn't do it. They were trying. They were banging the hell out of my arms, both of them. These big 250-pound football player looking lineman motherfuckers, and they couldn't. It was comical, but I didn't laugh because it wasn't a joke. I didn't want to bring that part of, well, I didn't even have that part of my ego. If that would have been me, and that would have been happening, I'd have been laughing my ass off at these dudes. I would have been making fun of them for not being able to wrestle my little ass in the room. But that right there, that would have made me weak. That wouldn't have allowed me to have the strength. I wanted them to know that what they were doing was coming from their darkness. Their demons in them were taking over and getting them to act unto me in a way that was not pure and good. They were just trying to control me. Even though that was their job, they shouldn't have been doing their job, but they were still trying to, but they had no power because I was nothing but love. Get it? Like, strange concept. This is why exorcisms work. Yeah. People are, you know, possessed by a demon or something, and then the priest comes over and he's all love and light, and he just pulls the demon out. I mean, I can see how it works. Anyway. Hey, Marvey. I was just about to tell everybody bye. I think I've said bye like 3 times. It's crazy because, I mean, now there's like 10 of you guys watching. Where y'all coming from? This was just a stream with me ranting about, you know, the male and female dynamic in 2022. I would not, if I were you, rewatch any of this stream, but it did serve its purpose as a way for me to vent and catch up with you guys. What do you guys want to hear from me next? If it's not going to be VR content, what would you like to see from me next? Please type that in the chat so I can maybe prepare my next show. Do you want to hear more about... I don't know. At this point, I'm talked out. I've given you guys pretty much everything I know that I feel valuable. I feel is worth value. I will be on the THC show. If you guys are not already subscribed, I'm gonna drop a link in the chat. Please give my boy Mike a subbity dub. And I think, yeah. Oh shit, it was today. I missed this damn show. No, it's tomorrow. I don't know. No, it was today. God damn it. Anyway, here's the channel. Mushrooms. Oh, that's great, you know. Speaking of mushrooms. Don't get too excited. I could totally talk about the Amanita muscaria mushroom on my next stream. I'm waiting to have... I wonder if they're getting moldy, or if that's just how they look. I don't know. Anyway, I have a little bag of Amanita muscaria variation persicina. So Amanita persicina. They're growing in the backyard. And this is a very magical mushroom that helps with lucid dreaming. and a couple other things. I'll share with you guys what I know about that maybe on my next stream. About the state of the flat Earth community. Ooh. You know, I've been out of the game. I haven't been paying any attention to the flat Earth community. Like, I kind of like got my middle finger up to the whole flat Earth everything for so many reasons. I don't know how much I can say about that. I wanted to know who the witch is on a plaque. What? I want to know who the witch is on a plaque named Charles and Elena. Funny thing is, I dreamed a crazy dream. Jay Peters. What? Ella Young, what are you smoking tonight? I'd like to hear your take on that. Let me know. Yeah, I'm not in the game anymore. It's like I quit going to everybody's channel for a whole year and a half. So I don't really know what the hell's going on with the flat Earth community. I'm so disgusted by it. So alright guys, much love. I will see y'all again soon. It's already 2 hours. I didn't want it to be 2 hours. Those mushrooms only produce their psychedelic chemicals at certain times of their growth cycle. You're looking at that. Hey, I've been doing a shit ton of research, and that is the first time I heard that. So, noted. Alright. That could explain why some of them are 600% more potent than the one that could be right next to it. So, really interesting to know that. I'm going to have to ask the people in the group that kind of question. When is the next VR stream? Andy's like, play VR, you bastard! Give me... I'm going to get paid for this work soon, and then I have to order the piece. So it's at least a week and a half from now. And when I do, I don't even know how I'm going to film it, because, like, computer's going to be in here, and I'm going to be out there playing it. So maybe I'll have to set my webcam up to look out the window or some shit, make it some weird... I'm gonna have to set my phone up out there, and kind of like how I used to do when I played VR in the yard. It's not gonna be like me at with the green screen like this. Like, I'm not even on a... There's no green screen behind me right now, by the way. Did you guys know that? I don't know if you guys were hip to this or not, but like, for example, this... Let me just turn it off. Boop. This is where I'm at right now. I'm in an RV. I think it's freaking awesome that I can still do my green screen stuff like this, and it's not half bad, dude. Super nerd. But yeah, it's not going to be anything. My new VR stuff isn't going to look as good as the old stuff, because it's just technicalities. But it could be a week and a half. Maybe a week and a half. All right, I could sit here and talk forever because I miss you guys, but I gotta go. I gotta let you guys go. Much love. I will be back soon. I know, right? No green screen. I'm a freaking nerd. If you want to support what I do, you know, if you still like what I do, make sure to check my video descriptions. I have very little Patreon support at this point, and I can't blame. I don't blame you guys. I'm not really offering any content. But whatever support you guys do throw my way is heavily appreciated. I have 0 income stream at the moment, aside for this random job I picked up from an old client. After that, I'll be struggling once again. So $1 a month will go a long way. If you want to do that, hook me up. Love you guys. I'm here to change the world. Who's with me? Peace out.
Fighting the machine, fighting the machine, fighting the machine, fighting the machine.
Orishi Show. Orishi Show. Take the red pill. Take the red pill. Orishi Show. Orishi Show. Take the red pill. Take the red pill.
Justice. Fight